All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to talk about the GDC. Now, what is the GDC? The GDC is the Game Developers Conference. It happens once a year, and every time this conference takes place, something ridiculous goes down, right? Last year, on top of the insane panels that they all had a screaming fest where a bunch of developers got together, went to the park that was outside the conference center, and decided to have a 2-minute scream session over the state of the industry because they're unhappy with the chuds and they're unhappy with them losing their jobs because, well, quite frankly, they suck at it. Well, now we have the GDC 2025 that will most likely have another screaming session, so stay tuned for that. But apparently, one of the things that is going down over at this conference is none other than your favorite person from Sweet Baby Inc., and that has to do with Kim Belair. Kim Belair is going to have a panel over at the GDC that is called The Black Designer's Dilemma. We're going to get into the GDC, guys, but of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Now, of course, they got all the bisexual coloring because nothing that comes out of the gaming industry cannot have purple or pink being the main color scheme, and the GDC is no different. The GDC, if you were to go onto their website and you deep dive into the website, you're going to find a plethora of content for you to utilize on your YouTube channel because, quite frankly, they have some insane stuff here. Now, there is a multitude of panels. We're talking like over 1,000 speakers that are going to be at the GDC from all portions of the gaming industry. And if you look through their website, one of the things that they have is, of course, a diversity, equity, and inclusion section because for some reason, that apparently is super important when it comes to the GDC. And if you look, it says DEI and sustainability because they don't want DEI to be by itself anymore. DEI by itself is a really bad thing. The Game Developers Conference is committed to having a positive social and environmental impact on the game industry and the larger global community. And then it says the GDC is dedicated to creating a safe space for all game developers. This includes uplifting underrepresented voices in the industry, making our conference more accessible, and providing a platform for the next generation of game makers. You know what I got to say to this? I find it ironic that after 4 years recently, but it's been more than that, right? They've been talking about DEI for a long time, but let's say 4 to 5 years. After Joe Biden's presidency, 4 to 5 years of nonstop DEI, right? Nonstop DEI. You guys still have not been able to do anything because these people are still marginalized. These people are still underrepresented. These people are still, considered to be the minority. After all of these years of nonstop DEI, the impact that you have had is so minuscule that you still, after so many years, are considering these people to be underrepresented, to be minorities, to be whatever the case may be, even though the hiring practices have shown that there has been an explosion in hiring people that are overly diverse that don't actually fit for the role, which is why we have so many issues now. They are hiring all these people that don't actually necessarily have the skills or the capabilities to do the job that they're hired for. And yet, even after all of these fake hirings and all of the explosion of gay hirings or whatever the case may be, they're still considered to be underrepresented. Are you ever going to get to the point where they're not underrepresented? How long is it going to take? How much DEI is it going to take before you admit that they're always just going to be underrepresented because you want them to be? Because keeping them marginalized is exactly how you keep power and control over people. At what point are you going to admit that DEI is never going to get these people out of what you would consider to be marginalization? It's never going to happen because you don't want it to happen. You want to keep people marginalized mentally because that keeps them easier to control. But that's neither here nor there. Let's look at the video talking about the GDC. Here we go. It's more like 5 days of indoctrination. If you guys remember, in 2017, there was picture panels that were leaked from some of the showcases at the GDC, and they were talking about Marxism in gaming and how it is important. I'm not kidding. This is what they mean by learning over at the GDC. It's just one big conference of indoctrination that's going to ensure that the people that are indoctrinated that went there, because they're indoctrinated, will remain indoctrinated after they leave there. What the fuck? What the hell, Habibi? No! That's not going to be 5 days of business at all. It's going to be 5 days of screaming at the top of their lungs how unfair the industry is. Lots of pink and purple everywhere. Pink and purple, pink and purple, pink and purple. And that's basically it. That's the trailer for the GDC. Now let's get to Kim Belair's panel. So Kim Belair's panel is called The Black Designer's Dilemma. And this is going to feature a couple of people. It's going to feature Carl Vernado, who's the resident faculty Rancho Solano, Kim Belair, CEO of Sweet Baby Inc., Pamela Ilor, senior game product manager at PlayStation, which is interesting, Jabari Ali, director of Hidden Genius, and Jarori De Jesus, founder and director of Coquito Games. Bro, how fucking Hispanic are you that you named your fucking studio Coquito Games? Are you serious right now? From one Hispanic to another, my guy. De Jesus. What? Coquito Games, bro. What? Oh my God. This man named his studio after a drink that's usually served around Christmas time. I can't, man. I can't. Anyway, prepare to immerse yourself in an insightful panel presentation that transcends the traditional format, building on the positive responses from last year. Our session introduces design challenges that tackle company culture issues affecting Black designers. Join industry experts and professionals in collaborative problem solving and gain actionable insights for reshaping company cultures to empower Black designers. This session is designed to give insight to those who are just entering the industry and veterans who have been navigating for years. Can you imagine going into an industry or trying to go into an industry that you love so much? Let's say you're a Black person, you love gaming so much, and the moment you get into there, you have all of these people who are veterans of the industry telling you, yeah, the industry doesn't like Black people, so here's what you got to do to avoid certain, like, what the fuck? That's insane. The takeaway: participants exit this session with a comprehensive understanding of strategies for empowering designers with studio environments to create communities that empower diverse perspectives. Attendees learn how to engage in interactive design challenges, collaborate with industry leaders, and develop actionable plans for driving positive change. This panel fosters innovation in a way that elevates your approach to company culture. Here's the intended audience, which it's amazing how you have an intended audience, isn't it, for everybody? This panel welcomes professionals from all sectors of the gaming industry, including designers, studio executives, HR managers, and team members. No specific industry experience is necessary, making this session accessible to those who seek to foster inclusivity within company cultures. And again, I want you guys to understand something. Kim Belair, to fight the whole nonsense that was happening about Sweet Baby Inc., she kept saying that they are not a DEI company. She kept saying that they're just a narrative consultancy company, and that's what they do, and that's what they focus on. They're not a DEI company. And yet, every single time she's talking at a conference, every single time she's doing a panel, every single time she's doing a presentation, what is she talking about? DEI. What is she talking about? Diversity, equity, and fucking inclusion. Because that is what Sweet Baby Inc. focuses on. And as much as they want to say that that is not the core of what they do, it is the core of what they do, because your actions speak louder than your words. You are clearly lying every time you speak about what your company does, and Sweet Baby Inc. 100% is, in fact, a DEI company through and through. So I'm going to be looking to see if they end up releasing this panel in terms of video format, and we'll see if we can actually share it, because look, it has a vault recording video. So we'll see if we manage to be able to get our hands on this video. But at the end of the day, this is hilarious that she's partnered with PlayStation of all things too. And it's going to be, I guarantee you, a content gold mine. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.